All right, hello everybody. So if you're here for the title, then you're obviously here for the breaking news. So I just wanted to go ahead and try to get this video out as quick as I possibly could. The title kind of speaks for itself, so we're just going to launch straight into it. As of right now, it looks like, according to preliminary sources, specifically Fiona on Fire, who is a well-respected kind of reporter within the esports scene, has basically more or less confirmed that Riot will be moving the 2021 Worlds to Europe and will be moving it from China, which is a big deal. I imagine that Riot is going to be making an announcement of that soon. They're going to be rushing an announcement because this has broken the way it has. So I expect to see something from them officially. But I mean, the source is pretty reliable. I mean, even Travis and a couple of other Tyler Esberger is kind of corroborating these stories. So at this point, it sounds like pretty much a done deal. We're just waiting for Riot, I think, to release an official statement. It's a pretty big deal, obviously, for the fans in China who thought that the Worlds was going to be in their backyard. They were going to get a second year after the whole COVID thing from last year in 2020. That appears not to be the case, so it's going to be a big deal for them. Obviously, I think they're probably going to be very upset that the event is leaving, irregardless of whether or not they were going to be able to attend it in person. It's still a big deal to have it in your region. I think also that Riot is going to have some challenges now that if they do confirm this, which I expect them to, if they confirm the decision, they're going to be, I think, on a timeline to get venues lined up for Worlds lined up pretty quickly. I mean, I imagine that a fair number of the games, group stage at minimum, to be played either at the LEC studio there or a like event, like a like venue. I don't imagine that Riot will be able to quickly book a large scale, venue with the time that they have. I'm not sure what a live event would look like if they were going to allow fans there. I mean, because they don't have a lot of time to get tickets out in terms of getting it set up. I don't even know what that looks like on that kind of time frame. Usually that stuff is planned well in advance. Usually, I mean, at this point, a couple of years for World's Championship. So, and they were not scheduled to go back to Europe in the immediate future. It was supposed to be Europe, China, and then North America. Obviously, it was Europe and then China, and then next year is supposed to be North America. Another interesting possibility of this is what happens to North American Worlds next year. I think given the proclivity of the LoL Esports management and how they've handled this kind of stuff, it is possible that they could take North America's Worlds next year. Obviously, there's no poster or no information regarding that right now, or even hinting at that right now. But it is a possibility, right? Because Worlds was supposed to be here this year, then they gave China a second one. Now they're taking China's second one and giving it to Europe. So then where does that leave North America? Do they go back to China again, or do they let North America keep its Worlds event? I don't know, but it's a possibility, right? You can't rule the stuff out when it comes to this sort of thing. So it's going to be interesting to see how Riot handles that going forward. But I think that there's probably going to be quite a bit of kickback from the Chinese audience once it does get confirmed. Obviously, probably the LPL was made aware of that. The event was not going to be in the country. Prior to this sort of leaking, so I'm sure that they have some understanding that this is going on. I would be very surprised if they didn't. But I mean, we will see. But guys, right now, that's the news: is that Riot is moving Worlds 2021 to the LEC. They're moving it to Europe, so I'll be interested to see how they handle the live events. I'll be interested to see what kind of venues they get booked. But right now, that's really all there is to report. So at this point, we have the preliminary message from Fiona on Fire and from Tyler, who wrote an article and posted it on Reddit. And then we have that, and we're just waiting on Riot to confirm it, which I expect that they'll do here in a few minutes. So just kind of stay attached to your social media. Keep looking online for other stuff that might confirm it here in the next couple of minutes. I imagine by the end of today, if not tomorrow, there'll be something out for it. So just keep your eyes glued to the news because I expect them to confirm it soon. But thank you guys for watching. That's all we got right now. If anything else happens, any other updates, I'll post a video and get it out there. So cheers, and I'll see you next time.